There we go. How we looking? How we sounding? Da 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 da. Power makeup. Yeah. Hello, my friends. Welcome to my review and demo of the Power of Makeup little set thing that Too Faced has designed with YouTuber NikkieTutorials, who I absolutely think is one of the most talented people on YouTube. So gorgeous, so incredibly talented. When I saw this was coming out, I was like, yes, I want to review that. It is mine, and I got it. And it comes with a lot of stuff for the price, so I was pretty excited to try the new sketch marker, the colored, you know what, before let me just show you what's in the kit. The way this is gonna work is I'm gonna show you everything that's in the kit, talk about packaging, things like that. We'll do the little demo, I'll show you how it all applies, and then I will give you my full review. So let's get into what comes in this kit. So, you open up this cute little leopard print box, and of course, the first thing that you see in the front is the palette. In the palette, you get 9 eyeshadows. You get 2 blushes, a Chocolate Soleil Bronzer, and a highlight called Champagne Truffle. Within the shadows, you have 4 matte shades. You have Ivy, which is creamy kind of color. You've got Painkiller and Makeup and Chill, which work really well for making transition colors, and also Wanted, which is a matte black. Then you've got some kind of sparkly, glittery kinds of shades in Sugar Coated, Frosted Yum, and Irresistible, and then some satiny kinds of shades in Mystic Hour and Wham Bam. The blushes, making sure there's no extra glitter just falling in them. I believe that I Will Always Love You is kind of a satiny blush, and then Justify My Love has little bits of sparkle in it. Very, very finely milled sparkle in it. So you get that, and also within the box, you get this cute little pouch, and I think that is adorable of them to include this really nice zippered pouch. It's not like a Ziploc baggie, you know, it's like a nice foil pouch. And inside you get your NikkieTutorials in a bag. You get the 3 different looks. The look that I'm wearing today is kind of a combination of a few of them. I kind of did this first one called Once Upon a Glam, kind of mixed with the purple shades in Go Big or Go Goth. That's not me. And then the last one, I used the glitter from this one. It was mostly a combination of the first 2, and then they've got this last one that I saw Tati from Glam Life Guru do. Looked gorgeous on her. This one is called Glitter is the New Black. So I kind of made my own. I thought about doing the first one, but I decided to do my own, but we'll get into that in a minute. So you get this little lookbook, which I think is really nice of them to include because you want some ideas of how to use the shadows, kind of get some inspiration, and who better to get inspiration from than Nikkie herself. The next thing you get is a travel size or a deluxe sample size of the Too Faced Better Than Sex Mascara, but this is a purple version, which has not been available before. Before, it only came in black, I believe. So it's a purple version, so I would imagine Jared is glamming up like he always does, glamming himself up for the holiday season. Guarantee it, not guarantee. I have a very strong feeling we're gonna get colored Too Faced Better Than Sex mascaras for the holidays. It hasn't been announced, it hasn't been told to me, but I just have this gut feeling that these are coming. All right, next up we have the sketch marker eyeliner, which I was really excited about. I love pen liners. I love Too Faced as a brand. They're one of my favorite brands, so super excited to try this. It's got a cute little pen clip here. I mean, just adorable. It's got a little heart on it, and it's got this little fine point and everything. It's just so cute. So I was really excited to try that. And then also in here you get a pot of glitter, which I've also never personally seen from Too Faced. I don't know if they've made them in the past or if they currently make them and I just don't know about them. But this is called the Glamour Dust in Glitterally, which is an adorable name. When you open it, there is no sifter. It is just loose glitter dust. And it's like an iridescent glitter. It's more on the silver side than like a true, like plasticky looking iridescent. It's got some silver in there with the iridescence. And then finally, you get a deluxe sample of the Shadow Insurance, which is their eyeshadow primer. All right. Now that I've showed you everything that comes in this, let me go ahead and show you how I got this look today using these products so you can see them going on the face.
Attack, front to back, in this thing called rap. Feel like a double rhyme, double on a heavily low. or I will attack, and you don't want that.
I've got the power.
Demo. Now I'm going to give you my full review after trying this set for a little over a week. I've used it quite a bit, and I definitely have a solid opinion on everything. Let's start with the little extras that come in, and then we'll talk about the shadows. So first of all, the Too Faced Shadow Insurance. I do really enjoy Shadow Insurance. If you enjoy the Urban Decay Primer Potion, the original one, you will probably really like this. The ingredients are extremely similar between the two, so if you like that one, you will probably like this one. Definitely makes the eyeshadows more vibrant, definitely keeps them on longer. It is kind of a silicone-y feel to go on, so if you don't enjoy that, you probably won't like it, but I personally really like the Too Faced Shadow Insurance. I think it's great. One critique I have already is I wish that they had included along with the Shadow Insurance, because I feel like the Shadow Insurance is necessary. I wish that they had included glitter glue. I feel like if they're going to include a glitter, their glitter glue kind of was a must, and I don't know why they didn't. Maybe it was a cost thing, but I feel like they should have sprung for it. I think that it was kind of important because there's a lot of people that, like myself, that don't own a glitter glue. So I feel like that was kind of a big miss for this, is not including that. But you know, what can you do? Now you get to see what it's like when you don't use glitter glue. So speaking of that, let's talk about the loose glitter. As you could see in the little demo, this stuff is really messy if you don't have some kind of adhesive to put it on your eyes. You can use a tackier base, you can maybe even use a little bit of Fix Plus. Now, it is a beautiful glitter. I love the way that it looks. I love the shimmer, I love the shine of it. I think it's a beautiful tone, and it's gorgeous. It's just, you know, it falls everywhere because it's loose glitter. I even tried to kind of tap my finger off a little bit so that the fallout wasn't so bad. It didn't really help a whole lot. So just be aware, you can always put a tissue down before you apply, which could help a little bit. You could apply your face makeup afterward, which could help a little bit. There's lots of things you can do to help with the glitter, but it's just kind of a mess. The eyeliner is probably one of my favorite things about this set. I really like the eyeliner a lot. And what I'm learning about pen eyeliners is there's now in my life, there used to be like one holy grail, like this is the best eyeliner I've ever used. And now I've got like 4 that seem to kind of all tie in their level of awesomeness. And this is kind of going up there as far as just being amazing and doing a really good job. One thing I really love about this is it's very, very, very black, very opaque, and the point is very, very fine, which makes it very easy to get a wing. And it's just a really nice marker. I put it up there if you like the Kat Von D Tattoo Liner and Trooper. If you like the Stila liner, you will probably really like this. It's very, very similar in formula and application, and the packaging's super cute. Now finally, the last extra that came in here was the Too Faced Better Than Sex Purple Mascara. One thing I have to say about this, because I have used the original is really clumpy on me. It takes some work to get the clumps out. I did not find that with the colored version. I did not find it to be clumpy. I found it to be lengthening. I found it to be volumizing. It's a really nice formula. I like it better than the black one. I don't feel like it has quite as much length and volume as the original, but you also don't have the clumps. And really the difference, I feel, to me is quite minimal. This really is a nice mascara, and I'm looking forward to Jared releasing more of them because I feel like, you know, I know Jared at this point through social media and his It's Happening and everything. I feel like I can predict what he's gonna do, and I think these are gonna come out. That's my thought. Next up, the palette. All right, the palette is the star of the show for this. I feel like this is called the power of makeup for a reason. This is an eyeshadow palette for people that want transformative looks. This is an eyeshadow palette where you really want to do something interesting and fun and unique. I would not recommend this to someone who is just looking for an everyday going to work look. This is a power of makeup palette to show a transformation from your regular looking self to something different. So if you go out at night a lot, if you have a very glammy job, if you just really like a glam look, I think this is a really nice selection of colors. Let me show you something really funny. Hold on a second. Okay, so when this came out, a lot of people were saying, oh my goodness, it looks so much like the Vegas Nay. I'm not gonna get it because it looks too much like the Vegas Nay. I feel like it has some similar shades to the Vegas Nay, but there's another palette that I feel like it's even more similar to. You guys remember this one? The Jeffree Star Beauty Killer palette. Check this out. All right, just ignore the bright pink. If you ignore the bright pink, I'm gonna put my hand over it so you can ignore it. I got it and I was like, these shades look kind of familiar. I mean, they're not dupes. They're not dupes. I mean, I actually swatched them all next to each other. Every single shade is different. But you've got like a light pink. This one has a silver, this one doesn't. You've got a gold, you've got like a creamy brown transition color, you've got a deep brownish kind of color. This one's got a little bit more of a rust kind of tone, but still like a deepish brown. You've got kind of a bold bluish teal color. You've got a purple. This purple's warmer than this purple. You've got a black. This one's got glitter. This one doesn't. I just thought it was funny because they collaborated. Nikkie and Jeffree have collaborated before, so I just thought it was kind of funny that they picked similar shades. But again, they're very, very different as far as they're not dupes. But if you own one, you may want to think about not getting the other, just as a suggestion. Okay, talking about quality of the shadows, ease of application, things like that. So I feel like the mattes in here are really, really wonderful, really fun to use. These are really great. I feel like Ivy is just a tad bit powdery, but it's not terrible. It's definitely usable. I feel like Wham Bam swatches horribly, but it goes on the eye really, really easily. Very, very nice. I actually swatched all of these when I first got it, when I was on Periscope, which is a live streaming app. If you don't know, you have to follow me on Periscope. It's super fab. So I swatched all these live on Periscope. I did it with a primer, without a primer. Without a primer was not good. Swatching without a primer is not good. With a primer, they swatched pretty well. I feel like they apply to the eye the best. So if you go into the store and you swatch these, just know they do apply better to the eye, and they definitely apply better with a primer. That's why I said I feel like the primer that they included is essential, because I feel like it makes a big difference in the vibrancy of the shadows for this particular palette. So the mattes are fantastic. I really like Wham Bam. Mystic Hours also really good. Irresistible, I really like, not to bring back the Jeffree Star, but I'm gonna bring it back. I like Irresistible way, way better than I like the gold in here. The gold in here is really patchy, hard to work with in the Jeffree Star, but in here, the gold is actually really easy to work with. It's very, very nice. If you want extra punchy, you can always apply a little bit with your finger and you'll get extra pizzazz from your gold. Now these two, Sugar Coated and Frosted Yum, Fallout City. Fallout City through the day. Not an application. An application, it stays on my lid, it's not so bad. But by the end of the day, I've got random glitters on my face. It doesn't make me happy. I don't enjoy it. So just so you know, that's something that happens with these particular shades. I didn't find that so with Irresistible, however. Irresistible, I did not have nearly as much of glitter on my face as I did with Sugar Coated and Frosted Yum. All right, getting down to the blushes. The blushes are really, really nice. They're very buildable. Lasting power's really good. Just typical Too Faced awesome blushes. As you can see when I was putting on Justify My Love, I was building it up as I went, and it's really nice to be able to do that because everyone with different skin types, different skin tones, you want to be able to have a variation in how much you're applying, starting off light, building up to more. Just perfect, perfect, perfect formula. I love the blushes. Now, moving on to the Chocolate Soleil and the Champagne Truffle. Let me go get my Chocolate Soleil. Hold on a second. I actually have two different versions of the Chocolate Soleil. I have a little mini that I got a very long time ago, which also may affect the performance that it is a little bit older. I've got a little mini of the Chocolate Soleil. I also have it in the Little Black Book of Bronzers, which is a newer one. So I'm gonna swatch all three of these for you just to show you what's happening here with the Chocolate Soleil. So looking at these, this is from the Little Black Book of Bronzers. This is the single, and then this is the one from the NikkieTutorials palette. When I first swatched these on Periscope, there was a significant difference difference between the pigmentation of the one from the Nikkie palette and the single and the one from the Book of Bronzers. Now that I've used them a little bit more, it's seeing the way they're swatching a lot more similar. So just so you know, that may be an issue when you first get it as far as pigmentation, but as you use it more, it does get more pigmented. I do find though that the Chocolate Soleil in this palette is a little bit more difficult to apply to the cheeks. It takes a lot more work to build it up. So if you're looking for a more subtle bronzer, you'll probably really like this. But if you really like a lot of bronzer, it's gonna be difficult for you to use. Now let's compare this Champagne Truffle with the Champagne Truffle that's in the Chocolate Bar palette. Okay, so here's Champagne Truffle from the Chocolate Bar palette. And then we'll swatch Champagne Truffle from the Nikkie palette. So you can see when you look at the Chocolate Bar palette Champagne Truffle versus the NikkieTutorials Champagne Truffle, the one from the Chocolate Bar palette definitely has more pigmentation than the one from the Nikkie palette. I definitely feel like these are two completely different formulas, the one from the eyeshadow palette versus the one from this palette. And I think that may have been intentional. I would imagine that they turned Champagne Truffle, the eyeshadow, into a highlight, slightly altering the formula. The tone is the same. It's the exact same tone. It's just a different level of pigmentation. As far as a highlight on the cheeks, I feel like it is a poppy highlight, but it's not a from space highlighter. It's not one of those ones that's so intense that you're like, whoa, girlfriend, you sweating your face off over here, or you got a highlight on? Like, what is happening? It's not one of those. But it is a nice highlight. It's got a nice glow to it. It does have a pink undertone, so if you don't like a pink undertone, you probably won't like it. But I personally really like it. I think it's a really nice formula. I like that it's not as pigmented as the eyeshadow because I feel like it makes it a little more subtle, which is something that I like on occasion. I like, don't get me wrong, I like my from space highlighters, but I also really like subtle ones every once in a while, which kind of surprises me that they put a little bit more of a subtle one in the Power of Makeup palette. I'm kind of glad that they did because there's plenty of business going on over here without too much business going on over here. I tried to dupe this palette with the rest of my collection and I really couldn't find many dupes except for the matte shades. I definitely was able to dupe the matte browns, the matte cream, the matte black. I mean, I don't think that they're very original, but I think that you need those kinds of shades to make it a complete palette, to be able to make it a complete look so that you don't have to keep reaching all around for different things to even out the look. So I'm not mad at it for having some pretty typical shades in there. The rest of the shades really truly are completely unique to my personal collection, so I'm very happy to have them. So overall, I feel like this is a win for me. I'm very happy to have it. I am kind of sad that it's very similar to a palette that I already own, but I'm not hating on it. I'm not hating on it. It's a nice palette. It's a nice palette. Lasting power for the shadows is really, really good. I think that they put a lot of love into this palette, and I think that Nikkie and Jared both did a fantastic job on this palette. Well done. The biggest thing I think you need to consider about whether this is right for you is whether you enjoy transformative looks or you're more of a natural girl or guy. So it's up to you. I think that's the big major factor of whether this is going to be a good purchase for you. So I want to thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, definitely hit the thumbs up button and subscribe for more videos. We got lots coming up on the channel that I know that you're gonna enjoy, so definitely stay tuned. And I want to thank you so much for watching and spending part of your day with me. I appreciate it. Mad love, and I'll see you soon. Bye!